And it is time again for a little bit of the Unity game developing. We are trying to fix our drop-down menus, and we're going to make it real easy on ourselves from a design perspective. So we are going to have drop-downs, and they have a default menu items, and we want there in the start. We want to disable them if they are not visible at the start of the character creation, because drop-down menus are usually in the character creation, but not each and every one of them is visible. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a public boolean, and that is going to be something like visible at start. Visible at start, and make sure to misspell it. At start, visible at start is going to be it can be null, doesn't matter. And then when we start, we're going to say visible at start. Does this work like this? Does it start? This is a very shorthand writing code. I think it works. Visible at start, and then we're going to say the parent, or which one of them? Oh, what the heck is this? Immediately getting the Twitch advertisement in chat. Dropdown container. This is the dropdown, so the top thingy is going to get disabled. The parent is going to get disabled, probably. Transform parent. Visible at start if it's visible. Or if it's not visible. We're going to self-active equal a false, and otherwise no dice. Is this how it works? I have no idea. Haven't used this much ever. Let's see if it compiles, and then, of course, there is a does this just need this? Oh yeah, we were just experimenting now with this question mark shorthand. So normally we would just do if then else, but we had a bit of a inspirational thing. Are you compiling or no? Transform doesn't contain for self-active. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Game object. Game object. Good, let's see. No. Game object does not and no accessible. This is misspelled. Or does it say active self? We have used this before. Unity active self. I think that's what it is actually. Not 100% sure now. Yes. Yes. Active self. We've used this once. So we're not that smart, huh? Good. Bad. Cannot be assigned to. What? Property cannot be assigned to? It is read only. What? What? Let's experiment with one thing at a time. If visible at start, if not visible at start, disable the game object. How the heck does this work even? Check if game active self. This is for checking. Ah, yeah. It was really complicated. Disable game object. Deactivate game objects in the menu on how to enable. Just give me the quick code, please. On disable. Enabled. Is it that easy? And you cannot check it. That's crazy. Enabled. So transform parent, and this is in the transform now as well. Enabled equal false. Let's see if the quick one just works. If this quick and dirty code just works. No, transform does not. Same thing as before. Game object now should work. We predict is going to. What? Transform does not contain 28. Ugh. Parent game object enabled. Great start. Great start. Game object does not contain addition for enabled, but it is here. It is here. Enable disabled is for components. Set active. That's actually what we're looking for. That is actually what we're looking for. We did read the code in the question instead of the code. Game object set active, and this could also be in the transform. I think the transform eats this. Eats this up like it's butter. No. Set active false. Compile please. No. And no, it does not eat it up like butter. So game object. It is so hard. It's one of the basic things and it doesn't work, and then they bulk it up with garbage. Now you have to download packages. Yeah, the Unity engine has changed, and not for the better. Good. Even if we make a game, there's no chance of monetizing it or giving it out for free. There's just no chance. You have to work within a framework that is immoral in order to make money from a game. Transform parent game object set active false if you're using a Unity engine, because you already pay for every download. You don't even ask for money and then you pay for every download. As far as we understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't even matter because this will never see the light of day anyhow. Visible start transfer is selected false. Did it compile? It compiled. Good, and now every drop-down menu should vanish. Correct. Wonderful. Very, very nice. So what we're gonna start out with, we definitely don't want to overwhelm the player. So figure and size, while we're growing, is maybe not that important. On the other hand, could be nice to have it there. Are we doing this, or are we doing the other thing there first? I don't know. So we do want a gender drop down for the human, and we want a proper heritage drop down. Let's go for these three first. Gender. Drop down container. Visible. You are visible at start, please. Also, we never get the question mark shorthand to work, but whatever. Let's leave it in there. Male, female, both not applicable. Let's hide this button. And let's hide the button not applicable. Let's keep it simple. Wait. Yes, you will be able to pick from male and female. Is this going to work off the bat? Let's check it out. That was a bit strange there. Yeah, it immediately enabled them all, but that's fine. And if you click this, then it all resets because we haven't done anything yet with the default settings. So it's going to say here active items. List is empty, and that is the what we're going to grab what is enabled. Good, and we're going to go from there when we write the code of the dropdown, because the dropdown code now is dependent on which element is enabled and which one isn't, and we want to grab it from the active items list instead. Now for the races, we already have done this, enabling and disabling the stuff that we want to pick out. Life stages. It's called heritage right now. If we go for a human, drop down button lab. Is humans heritage lab? No, we're going to disable this, of course. Good. Also, this is definitely visible at start. And drop down button. This is going to be bright arrivals is going to be a heritage. That's a faction there in the Lightcore system. Button text is going to say BA simply. And the label is going to say heritage. Good. Brighter, makes sure to misspell it. Brighter arrivals. And what else do we need there? Warrants. I think that was more of a clone thing, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Good. Bright arrivals. What else? It could be a settler. And could be a demigrant. Uh-oh, this is going to be very this is going to be politicized in the end. Hopefully not, but it's gonna be. Lucky us, we have rich lore, and there's no chance to misconstrue this, unless you just take the words themselves and use them out of context completely. Settler, button text is going to be settler, and drop down button demigrant is going to be a demigrant. And they're called demigrants because they're coming from other systems, are really fresh. They're not established on the Lightcore planet, so they haven't their bodies have not adapted yet to the darkness, so they don't see what's going on. That's why they're called immigrants. Fresh immigrants are called immigrants. And the bright arrivals is a faction that is well established, and there are many factions like this. We could fill this list up with millions of things, but let's keep it simple and just do 3 things there. Immigrants is also too big. Luckily we can just mess with the text a little bit to make it fit. Is good enough. Now, the first one is going to be on top, or how does this work? Let's press play. First of all, we have to tell it visible at start. We did tell it visible at start, and yet it vanishes. What is the issue there? Oh man, that's not good. That's not good, because it works with a gender. And it should work with a race, drop-down container. Oops. Visible at start. Why do you vanish? I think because you're not on top. Yep, that's one. Good, so you're on top. And then you have that issue again and that issue. Good. So now we have to fix the drop-down containers. That's a little bit of code. So that's fine. Just doesn't. Let's just get rid of it. We tried the shorthand. We're gonna try the shorthand again. Another time. Clicked on picked choice. Expand. Picked choice is null. Dropdown is opened by clicking on the active choice. You have the picked choice. Expand. And the first one is the picked choice. Where does it establish that? Animate entry. So when we hover over it, make them interactable after the animation is complete. Select any entry enabled true. Alright. Then we reset the position. If open close. If open close, where are we using this? Yeah, to open close the drop down, obviously. Good. Select an entry for what is it? Good. Select an game object. No. Event system current get component event system. Set selected game object. No. Maybe we can. Maybe we can use this as the event system. We already looked into that, apparently. Selected game object. This is important for when you use a controller. Very probably. Is it too loud? If I would get to the position, this is good. Pick choice is getting picked out. But where? Public game object picked choice. Let's quickly find out if we are giving it a pick choice or not. Let's see here in the live stages. Pick choice, drop down button, lab. Why? I think actually we were doing this manually, which is not necessary. You can just check the first child. To make it easy on ourselves. And I think we can make the hidden inspector here. Public. Pick choice, where are you? There you are. So if we do a hide in inspector, make sure to misspell it. And does this work? We have never used this before ever. And it's hidden. And maybe we can hide the active items as well. I wonder if we can hide even more. With one, if we can make this, I don't know. doesn't matter. Good, and then when we awake, we are going to take the first child, transform, get child, the first one, which is 0, and so get child is going to be the picked choice. Game object. Pick choice. We also have a picked somewhere. Good, so the first one is going to be the picked choice always. Just making it easy on ourselves here design-wise, so we don't have to drag and drop all the things. Let's check it out. Good. Good, now let's fix the drop-downs. Animate entry. Open close, so if we're open. Open close. Yeah, this is interesting. For each transform child in transform, no, we want to open the things that are in the active derpers. Good, for each transform child in transform. For each transform item in active items. Does this even work? I don't know. And can we iterate through game objects? Game object item in active items. I have no idea if this works. Item set active true. Item get component, because this works not only on transforms. Item set active true. And select any entries enabled is false is not needed. Because they're completely disabled. I think. Index. Index? Get sibling index. We do not actually need this. But we need to give we need to work with an index. Elapsed time index 0. For each inactive items, item set active true. And the first one does not need to move at all, which is of course fine. Child local position, that is the item transform. Going to lerp in. I have no idea if this works or not. Kind of a little bit lost. Index plus plus. So giving it a 0, then we do this up. I have no clue. I do not actually know. Let's see. It's gonna throw an error. Child does not exist in 51. Item transform local to child position. Yeah, that's the item transform position. Oh man. And position lapse time. Good, we hope we could just flip this over differently. And clearly it does not work at all. I think the index is an issue. Because we just wanna get what item it is inside of the derpage, so we don't actually need this. So the derpage in this case is active items, and what position in the active items are you in? Huh? So why is this not there? We want to move towards the position of the active item. This is a list. Get list index. I don't know if this is even possible. Unity get list index. Find index. Find index, and why does he does this then? Because we don't know how to use these operators. What we could do is Unity find index. This wasn't useful. Array utility find index. How do you use find index? How do you use this? Find index. Array is odd. What the heck? Unity list find index. Without predicate. Just need some example code that is not weird. Like this is so weird. Find index. And maybe here. Use predicate. Index of game object you want to drop receives a solution. Index of. This is as easy as it gets, right? Index of. This should be extremely straightforward. Item transform local positions index. Index of. Wait. Where is the position of this? Active items. Index of item. And position equals this. Good. And then we move it there. Because we like to move it. Da, da, da. Alright. Interesting. Completely glitched out, of course. Because I'm pretty sure we're doing other things as well that we shouldn't be doing. Right. Make pictures. Also, what we could do is the hide in inspector. Since we're working on this, we can comment it out. Because maybe we want to look at it. Still, this looks completely broken. I'm sure we have something enabled here still. Make the buttons interactive after the animation is complete. So this is the animation, and then enable reset position. And then set active false. Yeah. This closes down everything, which is good. We definitely don't want to enable... Wait, what? To select any entry we haven't messed with up here, so we shouldn't mess with it down there. Reset position. What does this do? Select any entry, reset position. For each child in transform, that is all the disabled ones as well. That is the current position probably they're at. If it is pictures in reset position, maybe we should just read it. Reset position. Start position, transform joint. This is just, oh, why is it so private? In position is opposite run animation. Animate entry. This animates the entry itself, which is fair. Transform local position, alright. So no big deal. This is important for animating the guys. And we cannot click on them while the animation is running. This is actually alright. So what we're gonna do is item get component select entry. We're going to disable this for the moment, so we cannot interact with it at all. And then we can interact it after the animation is complete. So that is fair. And this just takes all of the items. If change is a big choice. But if we close afterwards, wait, active items index, if you open close, and if not, The end position is just go back there. Ah, this is clever. This is very nice code. So that should work, but we know it doesn't. It completely glitches out. Yeah. It randomly does things, you know. And there as well. Some reason it goes back on top with everything, and that should not. It should finish up the animation. Good, the other guys are not showing, right? Only the active ones are showing, so that's good. But the animation which worked before is not working now. And we don't know why. Could go back to the earlier code and compare. I suppose this is what we have to do. Otherwise we're sitting here forever. Transform charge. Pick choice transfer. I think this was alright. I think this was already alright. Just for the pick choice. And now we're gonna have the big menu again. Yes. Right, all we want is to replace the other thing and not iterate through the disabled ones. Index. How do we get the index here? Because we get the sibling index. Just interesting. Going to set them true. I don't see that we have changed anything much here. This is the same code, only it doesn't work when it goes to the active list. That's a shame. Because that's what we want. All we do now is just repeat what we did before and wonder why it still doesn't work. We do one thing at a time. Maybe we have to just iterate through each and every one of them. If it's in the list, is set it active to, I mean, if contains. This is, we have to do it like that, unfortunately. If active items contains child game object is active too. Contains child game object. Child game object is active too. All right. Is that code? Let's compile. No, we're expecting something. If active item contains child, is this code? This is code. Good. Child get component is enabled false. That's fine. Index child gets a big index. We don't want this. We want the index to be active items, index of, and then index of child, game object. What? Is this correct? Yeah, this is what we're currently looking at. Except it doesn't contain. That is the problem, because we're iterating through all childs. Children. Well, if it doesn't find it, it returns -1. This is the dumbest thing. If index -1 index 0. This is the dumbest thing. If open close and because we're still iterating through every child. We don't need to, but let's go step by step. Alright, and if we're closing and the animation is done, we're going to unactive everything. This is fine. No idea. Is there a problem now? Not yet. This is working perfectly. This is, gotta be honest, it's a little bit of a surprise. Alright, so we are fine. You could just leave it at that. But all this redundant code in here, don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. Now, if we click here, we need a description, and we also need defaults. Oops. Yeah, nothing is happening here. Interesting. Sometimes, because it's too fast, we reckon. We have to give it time to close. Enable to if this is a general, we get it after the animation is complete. Yeah, this must be after the animation. This is an enumerator. This is a complete enumerator. So while we're doing this, nothing is happening. And maybe we just have to give it one more frame. Let's see if that fixes the issue. Good. No. No. Almost. If we click here. Or is it just the robot? No, it's not just a robot. Wonder if this is crazy pants. Whoops. If several frames would fix the issue. Just asking for a friend. No, not at all. Not at all. If you click on a robot here, it glitches out every time. Oh yeah, it glitches out badly. It has something to do with the robot text. Oh, this is disconcerting. Alien, and then you can't hover over it. Yes, something there is very fishy. And we definitely don't need these frames to wait. Let's take a short break and think about it after we have drank something. So why can we not just go through the list without going through every child? Select any entry. Each chart and transform. Set active true. Feels like we're iterating through this a lot. And we shouldn't. This is this is something we should do when we start the animation, right? Maybe it's not even something we should do starting the animation. Maybe it's something we should do before we even start the code routine. Open drop down, no stack animate, open drop down, transform game object. Expand and shrink. If we expand, we should know this all already. This is the animation, and here we're expand the animation. This is at the end. This is what we love about the I enumerator. Everything goes in order. So the while loop is just repeating all the stuff. And that clearly should not be. For each chart and transform, if active content chart, if set active true. Good. And then we disable the stuff. And then the index is that. And then we do it. On the other hand, we do want to iterate through it, but we don't want to do this stuff. We just this might lag it out because it's just spamming the button. It's not very reasonable. It actually shouldn't do anything harmful, but maybe it does. Let's put it outside for logic reasons. For reasons involving logic. Game logic, is it? It's more code logic. Good. For each copy, paste. So when we animate the entry, we go through the stuff. Good. And then comes the actual animation, where we don't need this anymore because we have done it before. Let's see if the behavior is still the same. This works, so we don't need it. Open, close, bump. This is just the animation. Good. And then after the animation, right, we make everything interactable. Let's see. First we see if it's code or not. And it is code. And then we see what happens. We don't like it overriding there. It goes up, but it's not on top. It runs upwards. Kind of is. It's not very elegant. Don't tell me this was it. We do not have the glitch. Ah, there's the glitch again. Good. Bad, rather. Might be an overlapping of hitboxes as well. I'm not 100% sure. Also wondering if we should even have the animation there. Should not immediately disable. But isn't that what we're trying? Disabling the code there, so select any entry disabled. For each transform the animation. It could be that we're overlapping here. Animate entry for each enabled false. What we're thinking is it is overlapping the enabling and disabling of the script, because we're always in the animation and out of the animation, and it overlaps. Because if the drop down is coming out or going in, we're already doing this. So if we click, so usually it works. Wonder how this works with the controller. I mean, it seems fine until it breaks. And it always breaks here. Because of the wall of text there? It should break with the human as well. I mean, the human is picked. Wait, robot? Oh! It's because we pick the robot? And the robot is not on top for some reason. Robot needs to go on top. Pick female, it needs to be on top. Yep. Ah, alright. This behavior is fine. All we need to do is get the pick choice on top. Make it the first sibling. That's not a big deal. Good, so we are correct here. But can we make it faster? Can we do less of this? Can we optimize the code? Because we don't need to iterate through each child here. For each child contains child game object. Select an entry false. For each active items. For each item, we have done this before, but we're going to do it one step at a time now to see if it works or not. For each item, and that item is going to be a game object, of course. For each game object item in the active items list, we are doing something. We're going to set it active. What? Yes. item set active to. And this should get rid of all this. And then child get component set false. Select any entry is going to be false for the item. Component set, and then we don't need this at all. See if the behavior is correct. Good. Should be. Demon is demon, clone is clone, alien is alien, but alien is not on top, so we're gonna get our glitch here. Beautiful. Now, if we selected one, a race is picked, drop pick. For each race list count, example, vegetables dot creating box lerp is fine. But where do we make it our picked choice? Pick choice, in a select any entry. Pick choice is not here. UI controller? No. Huh? Maybe it isn't in yet. Pick choice equals dropdown is closed for some. Wait, here it is. Clicked on. The dropdown is open by clicking. The dropdown is closed by choosing something from the list. Good. Pick choice is the game object. Set as first sibling. Why is this not working? It is the first sibling. No? Drop pig, transform get component text, drop pig. Pick. Drop pick. Get component text is text. Drop pick. Huh? Oh. Drop pick. What pick? Erase is picked. Erase list text component for each. Just start creating box. The color slurp. Yeah, we need to know what we're picking here even. That's fine. But why is the set as first sibling not working? On the picked choice. That's what we want to know. If we say pick a demon. Alright, let's go to the race. It is on the first. But if we click this. Oh. Ooh. Of course, now. Doesn't want to do it. But we would like to do it. It looks at the position in the active items. So can we switch the index? This is too complicated. Can we move it on top of the list? List, sort list. Let's look at the sort list. Unity sort list. Make item first. I don't know. Sorting list. Unity list. Make item first. Because that's all. The create a list. Get first object list. List view. Focus first element list. Create a list. How can I add to a list's first position? List insert. So linked list. What the heck is linked list? Insert list. Unity list AP. Maybe it's there. Push adds value to the end of the array. Pop removes the last element. Concat, clear, add, remove it. Shift removes the first element of the array and returns it. Huh? Sorts, unshifts. I don't understand. Adds value to the end of the array. What? Add, clear, concat, join, pop. Shift. It removes the first element of the array and returns it. No. Sorts all array elements. This is JavaScript only. We could remove and add it back in. I don't think we like this very much. The simple solution is most often the best. When it comes to coding, at least. Stands for position. Pick choice, no. Why would we have this? Because there's still a pick choice, even if we expand. Set as first sibling. Well, we're coming to it here, right? We're getting to the problem. Slowly but steadily. Alright, so now we're just going to the active items. And then we're moving the active items top. Index of the active items. That we should not do. We should just count them out. And then do the math. Oh, we do the math here, it's no problem. But can we increase the index? Are these all active? I mean, when we open the thing, set active, true. And then we could, in theory, put them all on top. Put them all on one, except for the picked one. Right. That seems easy. If not item equal pick choice. And then we should do the child position here. Where is the child? Set as first sibling. Oh no, set as second sibling. We're gonna set it last. It's fine. Transform. Interesting. item transform set as first sibling. All right. And then if the item is the picture, oops, is the picture choice, we're going to lastly set you as first sibling again. Just sorting through the stuff in order to figure out the animation. That means set as first sibling, we don't need to do it down here. Because when we click, we already deal with this. Set as first sibling, where are we? Here, pick choice. Shrink. And then whatever we have picked is going to change up the color and such, colors and fonts. Drop pick. That's not very descriptive for a method. And it's right here. Fonts and colors. Fonts and colors. Good. It's a little bit more descriptive. We don't want to make it too long either. Fonts and colors, what pick, and then let's see if we made a mistake here somewhere. Good. And let's see if it already worked, if we are already putting it in front. No, we don't. For some reason it does not set the sibling at all. Huh? It doesn't set the siblings. Oh, it only does it once. It only does it once, not for all of them. Where is it? For each item in active item selective true if... Yeah, this is so dumb. Let's just put them all as first sibling. Good. But if the item is first choice, we go. I think this is problematic for the code for various reasons. Because it contradicts itself. Or whatever, because I don't know why. Because it's too fast. No idea. Alright, click. Alright, now it does seem to work, but if we click the robot, it does not work. It is there now. The only active thing. We open the thing. Click the daemon. Can we put the... This is actually looking great, honestly. This is looking fantastic. Except... except the contradiction here does not work out at all. Maybe afterwards? pick choice. Pick choice is a transform, potentially. No, it's a game object. Does it... We don't even know if it needs to transform. Transform? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Pick choice, transform, set it first. Alright, so for each we're gonna sort them. So use the select entry and then make the pick choice the first sibling. By the way, I also need to do it over here. I know we just... when we choose, we immediately need to do it. Pick choice O. And then a transform set it for sibling. And then we shrink back. So what we're going to do when we open the list is we're going to make everything first. Which is really dumb. You should do this per default. And not there in the animation. And it also does not work. I mean, it does work. It also works perfectly. But we don't like it. We don't like it at all. Also, we never got here further to the animation where it doing its thing. So beforehand we had the index be the child position. How did that look again? Get child position. We had it before, but we're not going to undo everything and redo everything. Just read the code Unity. Child position. That's not really it. Child index. Unity get child index. Transform get child. Is this it? Index of the child transform to return. No. Child index value. We have looked this up before. Get sibling index. There we go. There we go. That's exactly what we used before. Index active items. Index of child game object. No. Is child position. Good. Then we don't need this. Luckily. Transform get sibling index. And that should be good enough. Good. We can even get away with looking at up. Right in here. That saves us a variable. We're looking it up right in the end position code. Let's see how it works. If it works at all. Good. And then we're going to fix something else. Oh no, it does not work at all. It doesn't work at all because we're derping around here, selected in the first index. And yeah, that's also what we did not like. So let's get rid of it. For each child and child active visible start add child. If child add the child game object, also we're going to rearrange everything. Will this randomize the choices there? That doesn't feel right. Okay, pick choice is the first child. And then if child active, this is I'm going to. I mean, per default, we could just arrange it, right? That's fine. Let's just arrange it. And leave it be. I don't know if this is the right way, you know, but it is a way. Good, let's see. It's still not working because it's derping. Set for sibling. Get sibling index. Why is get sibling index not working out for here? Pick choice transform set is first. Are we all setting them first? No. So the open close did not work here. Oops. I have no idea. I have no clue. Pick choice, transform set as a sibling, that's what we want. That's what we don't want to get rid of. But of course there is other issues now. The robot is the first, and now the robot is not the first. Because it is using the list now again. Of course we could just clear the list and then do it again, but no. How is this so hard? But we are going to finish this. What time is it? Doesn't tell us. Oh, they're 1 hour 23. We are going to finish solving the problem, I promise. Pick choice, transform, set as first sibling. Game object item and active items. This we don't need. Pick choice, transform, set as first sibling. This we don't need. Because we have it down there. Good. No big deal. And then we are going to get this going, and we're going to say not index of child game object, but instead what do we have here? This is the new index. Since we're barely changing the sibling now. Yeah, that's exactly what we thought would happen. It does not want to do it. Transform get sibling index. Why is it? Why is it not giving me a number there? Transform get sibling index is always a 0. Oh, wait a minute. For each transform child in transform, we're still iterating through everybody. Which actually should not be an issue. I don't get it. I don't get it. Transform. Why is it 0 and everything? Because they're not really 0. They're 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't understand. Oh, for each if index. If each if index. In precision. This is so clear. Why is it not working? Debug me this stuff. Debug log index, because we want to know what's happening. And we think this happens all the time here. It rages through this like no tomorrow. So we are going to have a lot of log now. Going to have 100 entries there. All saying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, so forth. But instead we have a lot of zeros like expected. It has problems grabbing the index. Maybe it's index 0 because it's disabled? No, this is all enabled now. The menu is open. Why do you have an index of 0 and you clearly have an index of 1? This didn't used to be a problem before, when we did use the index. Undo everything, redo everything. Get sibling index. It's not a problem here. It's only a problem if we mess with the index there. Possibly in the same enumerator? Maybe that's why? But we don't. So it works there and it doesn't work here. Transform get sibling index. Animation picture is set active. I want to read it again. Where is it? Child get sibling index. Let's copy it. Maybe we're making a simple mistake. Transform get simple index. That is the simple mistake we're making. Good. For each transformed child in transform. We're iterating through everything again. Which we shouldn't. Should just iterate through the active items. Which we still can. Let's fix this issue first. Demon is on top. Human is on top. Clone is on top. Alien is on top. Human is on top. Robot is on top. Beautiful. BA said, here we have an issue, okay. That's no big deal. We just have to fix the default. Good. Alright, and maybe this is the 3 things. Ah, whew. Crazy pants, crazy pants. Good, we did it. We have done what we wanted to do. Good. Now, as for actual gameplay, I don't know when that is going to happen, but we do have the drop-downs now, proper. We can pick out these things. We can be a female clone settler, in theory, but in practice that all is going to change. Plus we didn't do the shadows, because the shadows on top of the letters look quite alright. Gonna do that as well. And then we pick something out. When we've picked something out here, and age up in the end, things are going to get added onto the character sheet. And this all will look different in the end as well. But the drop-downs are working, that's nice. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Don't forget the 5-jar archives, where you can listen to a little bit of blabber and your favorite gaming music while falling asleep maybe, I don't know. And I'm gonna see you next time. Have a good day and a good night.